Did you know that the strength of your legs isn't just about aging? Many seniors believe that weak legs, difficulty walking, or muscle pain are simply a part of getting older. But the truth is, your diet plays a much bigger role than you think. Every step you take, every moment you stand, and every time you climb a flight of stairs depends on the strength of your muscles, bones, and joints. The foods you eat either nourish and protect your legs or silently weaken them over time. Unfortunately, many seniors unknowingly consume foods that damage their muscles, slow down circulation, and weaken their bones, making mobility harder with each passing year. The good news, you have the power to change this. You are never too old to make healthier choices. By avoiding the wrong foods and embracing the right ones, you can regain strength, reduce pain, and keep your legs strong for years to come. So, which foods are secretly robbing you of your mobility? Here are 5 common foods that weaken leg strength and what you should eat instead. 1. Processed sugar, the silent muscle killer. There's something comforting about a little sweetness. A spoonful of sugar in your morning coffee, a slice of cake at a family gathering, or even that familiar habit of reaching for a cookie after dinner. It feels harmless, almost like a small reward after a long day. But what if I told you that this everyday indulgence is quietly draining the strength from your legs? Many seniors experience muscle weakness, joint pain, and a growing sense of fatigue without realizing that sugar plays a major role in their declining mobility. You may assume that aching legs and stiffness are just a part of getting older, but science tells us otherwise. Excess sugar in your diet is slowly weakening your muscles, making it harder to stay active, and even increasing your risk of serious mobility issues. When you consume sugar, whether in the form of desserts, sodas, pastries, or even hidden sugars in packaged foods, your body experiences an immediate spike in blood sugar. At first, this can make you feel energized, but the effect is temporary. The sudden rise is quickly followed by a crash, leaving you feeling tired, sluggish, and weak. Over time, this pattern disrupts your body's ability to regulate energy, making simple movements feel exhausting. But the damage goes deeper than just energy fluctuations. Excess sugar fuels chronic inflammation, one of the biggest culprits behind joint pain and muscle weakness. When your body is constantly inflamed, your joints become stiff, swollen, and painful, especially in weight bearing areas like your knees and hips. Inflammation also affects muscle fibers, making them less flexible and more prone to damage. This is why so many seniors struggle with persistent leg pain or heaviness, even without an obvious injury. And then there's the issue of insulin resistance. As we age, our body's response to insulin naturally slows down, but a high sugar diet accelerates this decline. When insulin resistance sets in, your muscles stop absorbing essential nutrients like protein and amino acids, the very building blocks they need to stay strong. Without proper nourishment, muscles begin to shrink and weaken. This is why seniors with high sugar intake often lose muscle mass more quickly, making it harder to maintain balance and mobility. Beyond muscles and joints, sugar is also stealing the strength from your bones. Most people don't realize that sugar interferes with calcium absorption, leading to weaker, more brittle bones over time. This increases the risk of fractures, which can be devastating for seniors. A simple fall that once would have left you with a minor bruise could now result in a serious injury that affects your independence. So, what can you do? The answer is not to eliminate all sweetness from your life, but to make smarter choices. Instead of white sugar, choose natural alternatives like honey, dates, or coconut sugar, which have a lower impact on blood sugar levels. Fresh fruits can satisfy your sweet tooth while also providing fiber, antioxidants, and essential vitamins that protect your muscles and bones. If cravings hit, reach for dark chocolate, nuts, or a small serving of yogurt with berries, rather than processed sweets that offer nothing but empty calories. And most importantly, stay aware of hidden sugars. Many packaged foods marketed as healthy are loaded with sugar. Yogurts, granola bars, salad dressings, and even breads can contain high amounts of added sugars that sabotage your health. Always check labels and aim for whole, unprocessed foods that provide lasting energy and nourishment. 9. The choices you make today will determine how well you move tomorrow. Sugar may seem like a small indulgence, but over time, it is robbing you of your ability to walk, stand, and live independently. Don't let something so preventable dictate your future. Take control now so your legs remain strong, steady, and capable for years to come. 2. Deep fried and fast foods, the hidden enemy of your joints. There's something undeniably satisfying about the crunch of a golden brown French fry, the crispy coating of fried chicken, or the warm comfort of a deep fried snack. These foods are familiar, easy, and often tied to memories of family gatherings, celebrations, or even simple moments of indulgence. But while they may satisfy your taste buds, they are quietly weakening your legs, stiffening your joints, and making movement more difficult with each passing year. Many seniors believe that their slowing mobility, aching knees, and heaviness in their legs are simply the unavoidable effects of aging. But the truth is, what you eat is just as important as the years that pass. Deep fried and fast foods are among the most damaging choices for your muscles, joints, and circulation, three essential components of leg strength. When you consume fried foods, you're exposing your body to harmful trans fats, one of the most inflammatory substances in the modern diet. These fats don't just contribute to weight gain, they trigger widespread inflammation in the body, particularly in the joints. Chronic inflammation is a silent destroyer, causing stiffness, swelling, and pain that make it harder to walk, stand, or climb stairs. Over time, the damage accumulates, leading to weakened cartilage and an increased risk of arthritis, a condition that affects millions of seniors and significantly reduces mobility. But the damage doesn't stop there. Fried and fast foods slow down blood circulation, preventing your muscles from receiving the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong. Poor circulation can cause leg cramps, persistent fatigue, and a heavy, sluggish feeling that makes even short walks exhausting. For seniors, maintaining good circulation is critical, not only for muscle function, but also for preventing serious issues like deep vein thrombosis, DVT, and peripheral artery disease, PAD, both of which can lead to dangerous blood clots and reduced mobility. Another major concern is how these foods contribute to rapid weight gain, which directly impacts your legs. The more weight you carry, the more strain you place on your knees, ankles, and hips. For every extra pound of body weight, your knees absorb 4 extra pounds of pressure, making movement increasingly difficult and painful. This is why many seniors who frequently consume fried foods struggle with joint pain, instability, and an increased risk of falls. The excess weight also accelerates the breakdown of cartilage, which serves as a cushion for your joints. Once that cartilage wears down, movement becomes not only painful, but also potentially debilitating. But perhaps the most overlooked consequence of fried and processed foods is their effect on bone health. These foods interfere with the body's ability to absorb essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, which are critical for maintaining strong bones. Over time, this leads to reduced bone density, making fractures more likely, a serious risk for seniors, as hip fractures are one of the leading causes of loss of independence in older adults. A single fall could change your entire lifestyle, turning daily activities into painful challenges. The good news is that you can take control before it's too late. Instead of relying on fried foods, choose healthier cooking methods such as baking, grilling, or steaming. Replace processed oils with healthier fats like olive oil or avocado oil, which support joint health rather than destroy it. When cravings strike, opt for nuts, roasted chickpeas, or homemade snacks that provide nourishment rather than inflammation. When dining out, choose grilled or steamed options instead of deep fried meals. Small changes add up, and the effort you put into your diet today will reward you with stronger legs, better mobility, and a greater sense of independence in the years ahead. What you eat has the power to heal or harm, to strengthen or weaken. The choice is in your hands. Let food be a source of energy and mobility, not pain and limitation. The next time you consider reaching for a fried snack, ask yourself, is it worth sacrificing the strength of your legs? Because the answer may determine how well you walk, move, and live in the years to come. 3. Processed meats, destroying muscle strength, bite by bite. For many, processed meats have been a convenient and familiar part of daily meals. A quick ham and cheese sandwich for lunch, bacon sizzling on the stove in the morning, or a hot dog at a summer cookout. These foods have been woven into routines and traditions for years. But what most people don't realize is that behind their convenience and flavor, processed meats are silently weakening the muscles that keep you moving. As you grow older, maintaining strong, functional muscles is key to preserving your mobility and independence. But the very foods that are supposed to fuel your body may actually be draining your strength. Processed meats, such as bacon, sausage, ham, deli meats, and hot dogs, are filled with preservatives, sodium, and harmful additives that slowly chip away at your body's ability to move efficiently. One of the most dangerous aspects of processed meats is their high sodium content. Sodium, in excessive amounts, leads to water retention and swelling, which can leave your legs feeling heavy, stiff, and sluggish. Over time, this constant strain on your body weakens the muscles, making it harder to stand for long periods or walk without discomfort. Seniors who consume a diet high in sodium often notice more frequent muscle cramps, joint pain, and even numbness in their legs, all of which make everyday movements more difficult than they should be. Beyond water retention, processed meats also play a role in inflammation, a hidden but powerful factor in muscle and joint deterioration. The preservatives and nitrates used in processed meats trigger chronic inflammation, which silently damages muscle tissue, making it weaker over time. Inflammation also affects your joints, leading to stiffness and discomfort that can make even simple tasks, like climbing stairs or standing up from a chair, feel like a challenge. What's worse, the cumulative effects of inflammation don't just slow you down today, they accelerate long-term muscle loss, making mobility harder as you age. Another serious consequence of regularly consuming processed meats is poor nutrient absorption. Your muscles need high-quality protein, iron, and essential vitamins to stay strong and flexible. But the chemical-laden nature of processed meats interferes with how well your body absorbs these crucial nutrients. Instead of nourishing your muscles, these foods leave them starved for the support they need, leading to gradual muscle weakening that becomes more noticeable over time. If you want to preserve your strength and protect your legs from unnecessary strain, it's time to replace processed meats with healthier, nutrient-dense options. Choose fresh, unprocessed meats like grilled chicken, turkey, or fish, which provide clean protein without the harmful additives. Incorporate plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds, which are rich in essential nutrients that support muscle health. If you enjoy sandwiches, Opt for freshly cooked meats instead of store-bought deli slices, and pair them with whole grains and vegetables for a balanced meal. The food choices you make each day directly impact your ability to move, walk, and live independently. Processed meats may be convenient, but they are costing you something far more valuable: your strength. Shifting to healthier options now means stronger legs, greater mobility, and the freedom to stay active for years to come. The decision is yours, and your future self will thank you for making the right one. 4. High sodium foods, draining strength from your legs. Salt has long been a part of every meal, sprinkled over eggs in the morning, mixed into soups for dinner, and hidden in processed foods that make life a little more convenient. But what if this simple ingredient, something so small and familiar, is actually working against you? What if the very thing that adds flavor to your meals is quietly draining the strength from your legs, making movement more difficult with each passing year? Many seniors experience leg heaviness, swelling, and muscle weakness and assume it's just a normal part of aging. But in reality, excess sodium in the diet is a major contributor to these issues. It's not just about high blood pressure or heart disease. Too much salt directly affects your ability to walk, stand, and move with ease. One of the biggest dangers of a high sodium diet is water retention. When there is too much sodium in the bloodstream, the body holds on to excess fluid, causing swelling in the legs and feet. If you've ever felt your legs unusually heavy, your ankles puffy, or your shoes fitting tighter than usual, this is likely due to your body struggling to manage excess salt. Swelling makes every movement feel harder, slowing you down and making once simple activities, walking upstairs, standing for long periods, or even getting out of a chair, feel exhausting. But the impact of sodium doesn't stop at swelling. Too much salt also weakens circulation, depriving your muscles of the oxygen and nutrients they need to stay strong. Proper blood flow is essential for keeping your legs energized and responsive. Yet, excessive sodium narrows blood vessels, increases blood pressure, and reduces the efficiency of nutrient delivery. Over time, this leads to fatigue, reduced endurance, and muscle weakness, making even short walks feel like a challenge. Perhaps even more concerning is the silent damage sodium does to your bones. Many people don't realize that too much salt leaches calcium from the body, weakening bones and increasing the risk of fractures. For seniors, this is a serious threat. Fragile bones mean that a simple misstep could result in a fall, an injury, or even a loss of independence. You may not feel the effects immediately, but day after day, year after year, excess salt is chipping away at your bone strength. And yet, sodium is everywhere. It's not just in the salt shaker, it's hidden in processed foods, canned soups, frozen meals, deli meats, condiments, and restaurant dishes. Many people consume far more salt than they realize simply because it's added to so many foods without them knowing. But there is hope. Reducing sodium doesn't mean sacrificing flavor, it means making smarter choices. Instead of processed foods, choose fresh, whole ingredients. Use herbs, spices, and natural seasonings to add flavor without extra salt. Replace regular table salt with Himalayan pink salt or sea salt, which contain trace minerals that support overall health. And most importantly, stay mindful of hidden sodium in packaged foods. Reading labels and choosing lower sodium alternatives can make a huge difference in how you feel. The strength of your legs is not just determined by time, it's shaped by the choices you make every day. Cutting back on sodium is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to reduce swelling, improve circulation, strengthen bones, and keep your legs moving freely. It's a small change that can lead to a stronger, more independent future, one where you move with ease, confidence, and vitality. 5. White bread and refined carbs, robbing your muscles of strength. For decades, white bread, pasta, and other refined carbohydrates have been a comforting presence at the dinner table. A warm slice of toast in the morning, a sandwich at lunch, or a bowl of pasta at dinner, it all seems so familiar, so ordinary. But what if these very foods, the ones you've eaten for years without a second thought, were silently draining your strength, weakening your muscles, and making it harder for you to move with ease? Many seniors assume that the gradual loss of mobility, the heaviness in their legs, and the growing difficulty in walking are just natural parts of aging. While age does play a role, what most don't realize is that their daily food choices are accelerating this decline. White bread, refined pasta, pastries, and other processed carbohydrates may taste satisfying in the moment, but inside your body, they offer little nourishment while actively working against your muscle strength. The problem with refined carbohydrates begins with how they are processed. Unlike whole grains, which contain fiber, vitamins, and minerals, refined grains are stripped of their natural nutrients, leaving behind nothing but empty calories. When you eat a slice of white bread or a plate of pasta, your body quickly converts it into sugar, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. While this might give you a short burst of energy, it is always followed by a sharp drop, leaving you feeling tired, sluggish, and weak. Over time, this cycle of blood sugar spikes and crashes takes a toll on your muscles, reducing their endurance and making everyday movements more difficult. But the damage doesn't stop there. Excessive consumption of refined carbs also fuels chronic inflammation, one of the biggest enemies of mobility and muscle health. Inflammation causes the joints to stiffen, the muscles to weaken, and the body to feel heavier than it should. If you've ever struggled with aching legs, persistent fatigue, or difficulty climbing stairs, your diet may be playing a bigger role than you think. Unlike whole grains, which help reduce inflammation and support muscle recovery, refined carbs do the opposite. They feed inflammation, making it harder for your muscles and joints to function properly. One of the most dangerous long-term effects of refined carbohydrates is their impact on muscle loss. As we age, maintaining muscle mass becomes increasingly important for mobility, balance, and independence. But when the body is regularly exposed to refined carbs without proper nutrition, muscles don't receive the protein and essential amino acids they need to stay strong. Instead, they begin to shrink, making movements that were once effortless feel increasingly difficult. The decline is gradual, often going unnoticed, until simple tasks, getting out of a chair, walking for long distances, or carrying groceries, become unexpectedly challenging. The good news is that it's never too late to make a change. Choosing whole, unprocessed carbohydrates over refined options can make a significant difference in your strength, energy levels, and overall mobility. Instead of white bread, opt for whole grain or sprouted grain breads, which provide fiber and nutrients that support muscle health. Swap refined pasta for quinoa, brown rice, or whole wheat pasta, which offers slow releasing energy without the harmful blood sugar spikes. Incorporate fiber rich vegetables and lean proteins to keep your body fueled and your muscles strong. Your legs are the foundation of your mobility, and what you feed them determines how well they will carry you through the years ahead. You don't have to accept muscle weakness as an inevitable part of aging. By making mindful choices today, you can maintain your strength, protect your independence, and continue moving with confidence for years to come. Every meal is an opportunity to either nourish your body or take from it. The choice is yours. Final thoughts. Your legs. your future. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime of experiences. They have supported you through long days of work, walked alongside loved ones, and allowed you to travel, explore, and live freely. But as the years pass, you may begin to feel them growing weaker, slower, and more unsteady. Many people accept this as an inevitable part of aging, but the truth is, your mobility is not simply determined by time, it is shaped by the choices you make every single day. The foods you put on your plate hold incredible power over the future of your health. They can either nourish and strengthen your muscles, bones, and joints, or they can gradually strip away your ability to move with ease. The decline in leg strength that so many seniors experience is not just a matter of getting older. It is often the result of years of consuming foods that fuel inflammation, weaken muscles, and drain the body of essential nutrients. But the good news is that no matter where you are in your journey, you can change the course of your health. Imagine waking up each morning and feeling confident in your ability to move without pain or struggle. Imagine walking up the stairs without hesitation, taking long strolls with family without needing to stop, and standing tall without discomfort weighing you down. These are not distant dreams. They are possibilities within your reach, but they require action, and that action starts with what you choose to eat. If you have spent years consuming foods high in sugar, trans fats, sodium, and artificial additives, you may already be feeling their effects. Maybe your legs feel heavier than they used to, or maybe you struggle with frequent aches, cramps, or swelling. Perhaps you find yourself avoiding certain activities because they feel too difficult, too exhausting. These struggles may seem small at first, but over time, they can lead to a loss of independence that no one wants to face. The ability to walk freely, to stand strong, to move without fear of falling, these are things that many people take for granted until they are gone. But it doesn't have to be this way. By making simple, intentional changes to your diet, you can begin to reverse the damage. By choosing whole, unprocessed foods, by prioritizing lean proteins, healthy fats, and nutrient dense meals, you give your body the tools it needs to rebuild strength, restore flexibility, and protect your legs from further decline. It is not about perfection, it is about making better choices, one meal at a time. Your legs have supported you through a lifetime of memories, and they can continue to carry you forward. But the responsibility to care for them rests in your hands. Will you allow poor dietary choices to take away your strength, or will you take control of your future? The decision you make today will determine whether you remain active and independent or whether you find yourself dependent on others for even the simplest movements. Choose health, choose strength, choose a future where you can keep walking, keep moving, and keep living life on your terms because your legs are your foundation and they deserve to be strong. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.